Hello, my friend. My name is Tessa Fyffe, and I help you thrive with your hidden disability by creating your wellness and your freedom so that you don't have to strive for less than you deserve. On this video, we're talking a little bit about exercise, specifically low impact exercise. Why might this be of interest to you? Well, if you are someone living with a hidden disability like me, or you have other restrictions to your physical mobility or to your physicality generally, be that permanently or coming in ebbs and flows, then this video might be of value to you. I've entitled it how do you do low impact exercise? Now, I don't know about you, but exercise has always been a little bit of a tricky situation for me to manage and maneuver around, if you like, because there are certain triggers for my hidden disability where excessive exercise or excessive cold or a whole host of other things can trigger a painful episode, and often exercise can be the trigger for the triggers. So it's always been a little area that can be a bit tricky to navigate. However, why have I chosen low impact exercise? Why might this be something you might want to consider if you haven't already? Is because you're looking at exercise that is still going to have a really good benefit to your, get your heart rate up and work your heart in the way that is healthy for you, but with minimal sometimes impact on your joints and on your muscles. So it is often an area that people with a hidden disability or limitations to their mobility may want to explore. Now, having said that, whenever you are looking into exercise, even if it is low impact exercise, please be sure to listen to your body, because it doesn't matter what exercise you're doing, even low impact, if it's causing you harm, if it's causing you pain and discomfort, then you probably shouldn't be doing it, and you might want to consult a medical professional. Having said that, I have got 4 ways that you may want to explore for a source of regular low impact exercise, and one other way which is kind of one of my ways, which I've sort of thrown in there and just giving you more to think about. Okay, that was a very long, unnecessary intro. Let's dive straight in. Number 1 way of doing low impact exercise, walking. Okay, number 1 is walking. Now, the wonderful thing about walking, if you are physically able to do that, is that you can control that quite easily, and you can do that whether that's within your home, within your building, or outside. It's sort of like an immediate feel-good factor, which I'm always about. And actually, that's quite a big thing of exercise. It shifts your mood, doesn't it? So with walking, it can help to manage your weight. It can, as I've said, improve your mood. It's really good for your balance and your coordination. And you can up the ante if you want to by making it a little bit more strenuous, going up a hill or at an incline, and of course you can do it outside or indoors. If you have your own, if you decided to invest in a treadmill for the long term, that could be really useful, very enjoyable. Or maybe you have lots of spaces outside where you can walk. Even if you're in a built-up area, I think it's still a really, really good number one way, low impact exercise. Okay, are you with me? Number two, I've talked about previously, but I will talk a bit about Pilates now. Number two is Pilates. Now, over the years, that has become probably one of my favorite ways to bring in some low impact exercise to my body and to my mind. Yeah. So, so many great things about this low impact exercise. It's focusing on your core strength, but also on your alignment. It's helping you to focus on your breathing and improve your breath work. And depending on how you use Pilates, there could also be a sort of cardiovascular element to it. So really working the heart, yeah. I think if you are physically able and you haven't explored Pilates, I would really encourage you to do so, because there are so many great benefits. I started Pilates after I had to have surgery on my hip joint, and I was looking for ways to rehabilitate it. And then, I found out about Pilates, and I found out about an actual machine which is called a Pilates reformer. So it can be as gentle as you want, but also it can be, it really trains your muscles. So your muscles do have memory after a while. So even if you don't come back to it that often, there is still, your body remembers, and there are still really great benefits. So that's my number two way. Number three, and this is mostly lower impact, but not for everybody, and this is cycling. Yeah. Now, cycling, again, you can do it indoors, you can do it outdoors if you're physically able. It is non-weight bearing, which is a really good thing, and is generally low impact. I say generally because if you have an issue with your knees, or specifically joint health around your knees is very important to you, then some people do find cycling a little bit challenging on the knees. So you may want to get some advice before you get into that, if that's an area that is of interest to you. I have to say, I'm not really a fan of that, but I know that a lot of people have had benefit from cycling. And it is technically low impact. It just depends on how you want to work it. All right, and number four is swimming. Okay, number four is swimming. Now, again, I think this can be a wonderful exercise for you if you are physically able, or if you are in a situation where you have help with managing your hidden disability and you can go to swimming classes with someone else, with someone to help you. That can also be quite wonderful. And yes, it's low impact, but you get it. It can also be resistance. You can also get the resistance training element, through the different strokes that you're using and your resistance of the water. If, like me, you have a hidden disability that can be triggered with hot and cold temperatures, then yeah, you may want to, do a bit more research and have a bit more of a think about that. Because I found that as much as I love to swim, I can't really go swimming in my home country risk-free, because in the UK, most of the places, as soon as you get out of the water, you're confronted with cold. And for me, that's a really risky situation to be in. So if you are going to a hot country, then fantastic, be in the sea all day long. But there we go, it's low impact, but again, it depends on your circumstances, and most importantly, if you are physically able. Now, the fifth way that I wanted to mention, which I suppose isn't technically a sporty type of exercise, but the feel-good element is really high, and that is basically whacking on your favorite music or some thumping music, nice high volume, and just dancing, moving your body, moving how you are able to move. If you're feeling, really great, you might throw that in around some of your normal chores or cleaning or whatever you have to get done. Maybe you're cooking, maybe it's dinner time and you're cooking and you've got the music on and you're moving, you're having a jump about. I mean, you would have to think about how you manage that and making sure you do it regularly enough for it to have a good impact. But in terms of the feel-good element, which is also very important for me when I think about exercise and how I'm moving my body and how I'm feeling in any given moment, and knowing that I can just switch and change how I'm feeling, change my mood, change my state, as Tony Robbins would say, through that activity, and you just feel amazing. And also you get a bit of a sweat on, which is really good for your heart. So there we go. So those are some conversation starters. Maybe you've never thought about low impact exercise before because of your hidden disability. Maybe it's not something you've even ventured into. But something to think about, a little bit of food for thought, yeah? All right then, well, comment down below and let me know what was your number one takeaway. Comment down below, let me know what was your number one takeaway. And if you're digging the content and you'd like to learn a bit more and, get a bit of a heads up when a new video comes along, then make sure you hit the like and subscribe button. You can hit the bell notification as well, so you get a notification of when I've done a new video. Okay, if you're also interested in health generally, then check out my free download Get the Glow Guide at tessafyffe.com/glow guide, tessafyffe.com/glow guide, and get some really great juicy free tips on healthy clear skin and general wellness. Okay, my name is Tessa Fyffe. I'm sending you my light and my love, and I will see you on the next video. Bye.